No! No! Shame! Shame! Oh my God!
Let's bring in our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas. Pierre, we finally did get video cleared. You are seeing the actual footage there of a bystander that captured the video on a cell phone. We have two totally different stories here and a massive investigation that is underway, being led by the FBI. You've got DHS, Pierre, Kristi Noem, saying this was domestic terrorism, that this ICE officer was reacting in self-defense. But then you have the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, and also the police chief, Brian O'Hara, saying there is much more to this story that is simply not true, that the ICE officer was not necessarily reacting in self-defense.
Well, Kara, we have a total disconnect, as you say, between what the federal government is saying and what the local authorities are saying. You saw the governor of Minnesota, in this case, express his frustration with ICE and the enforcement that's going on in the city of Minneapolis, but he was very clear in trying to point out and urging citizens to peacefully protest and to conduct themselves in a way that did not invite more violence. I think the key here is that the video, there apparently is going to be body camera video from the ICE agent's perspective. They're going to have to go through that video frame by frame. But I think the key here is that law enforcement officials, from DHS perspective, they are loud and they're clear. As you say, the Secretary of Homeland Security calling this an act of domestic terrorism. They put out a statement that the woman was using the vehicle as a weapon to try to run over the ICE officers, that there were ICE officers injured. All those things now have to be investigated by the FBI. Also, the state police officials will be involved in this investigation. But, Kira, what you've seen over the last few months is, as ICE expands their efforts across the country, tensions in the communities are rising. And there has to be, going forward, it would seem to me, more education about how people are to conduct themselves in these situations as well. But again, the investigation will have to determine exactly what happened. In this case, split-second decisions are being made, but also we don't have any information from the woman's perspective and what she feared was going to happen to her as well.